We all dream of this moment. The game is tied with only a couple minutes left, and we hit an absolute worldie to win the game or even the championship. Then reality sets in. We get reminded that we're not that guy. In this video, I give you a training session designed to help make your dream become reality. I'm glad to see you're back on the channel. First things first, you'll need to juggle for 5 minutes. Work on juggling with just your right foot, just your left foot, and both feet too. When you're doing this, make sure that these juggles are waist height and above, and keep your ankles locked. This is helping mimic your shooting technique that you need to use when you're hitting shots from range. This is also a big part of your warm-up, so take it seriously because you don't want to run the risk of getting injured as we move forward in the session. After just 5 minutes of that, start hitting low driven passes from the edge of the penalty area. While these aren't shots, it uses a similar technique, but it requires much less force to do so. This is critical for warming up and preparing your body for the rest of the session. If you skip this and the juggling, you're putting yourself at a much higher risk of injury, so the risk is not worth it. Strike 10 balls with each foot before moving on. Now we're starting to shoot, and this is the most basic way to improve your long shots, but it is important because you can have full focus on each shot and using the proper technique, which I explain in this video here. I won't go too in depth on the technique of hitting shots with power in this video though, so check that one out after. Anyways, again, take 10 shots with both feet before moving on to the more complex drills I have for you. After that, I started doing cone weave dribbling to long shots from the corners of the 18. This is a great drill for wingers, strikers, and midfielders to work on hitting curlers or driven strikes back across goal. It is very common to find space here in games, so using this drill will help improve your shots in games. As you get more confident in your shots, try getting the shots off quicker, because the longer you take to shoot, the more likely your shot will be blocked by defenders. Take 15 shots from each side and make sure that you're developing your weak foot too. Now we need to work on taking shots under pressure. While I don't have defenders to train with, I can improve on this skill by using this drill. Start off much farther away from the goal and take 3 touches driving at speed with the ball. Then fire off your shot like you're attacking on the counter attack. This is a great way to practice game realism so that when you have the opportunity in games, you're more prepared for it. And if it seems unnecessary to you, trust me and try it. Shooting while running at speed is much more difficult than when you take a touch, kick back, throw on sunglasses, drink a pina colada, and then take your shot. Take 10 shots with each foot before moving on. The second to last drill is going to work on your first touch as well as long shots. For this, juggle and kick the ball up in the air before settling it. Then take another touch or 2 if needed and fire off a rocket. I'm doing this from a wider position because I'm an outside back, and this is where I typically take my shots from in games. But if you're a striker or a center mid, then I'd recommend taking these shots from a more central area. Once again, make sure you're using both feet for this, and 10 reps for each foot will suffice. For this last drill, you'll either need a friend, a rebounder, or a bench that you can pass the ball and get it back to you. For this, pass the ball against the wall and take a touch and hit it. Alternatively, I decided to use this to work on hitting the ball on my first touch. We've had plenty of shots this session after taking a touch to control it, so this is a great way to work on the shots that happen frequently in games. Think of opportunities like off corner kicks or off layoffs from your strikers, for example. Oftentimes, you'll have defenders pressing you, so you need to get these shots off quickly. For this, make sure you're really emphasizing leaning over the ball, or you're gonna send that thing to Mars every single time. Like with some of the other drills, Take 10 shots using each foot for this. Although you now have several drills to use the next time you train, if you aren't shooting with the proper technique, then your shots are going to be weak and inaccurate. Watch this video here, where I take you step by step to teach you how to get more powerful shots like some of the screamers I've had in this video. If you've enjoyed the video, please leave a like or let me know down in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Peace.